She lost 75 pounds with the help of this guy, Charles D'Angelo, and today she's here to tell us how she did it and hopefully to inspire you. So Cindy, let's talk about your journey. This is incredible. 75 pounds since when?
January 15th.
So how did it start? Like, what was the first little thing that you changed?
The first little thing I changed was being honest with myself that I had a problem and that I needed to do something about it, and thankful to my husband and a friend of ours that came to Charles and told me about him, that I finally went to him.
Look at you. He lost 100 pounds, didn't he?
He lost over 100 pounds.
Yeah,
yes, he lost over 100 pounds. Yes, that was
her.
Me. That was me back then.
You look amazing.
Yeah, that was me.
So people are probably watching at home thinking, okay, so can I do this too? I mean, was it hard? I mean,
well, you've got to have, I mean, a lot of people were telling me how hard it is and stuff. For me, once my mindset was there, it wasn't hard. But I had to have the mindset, and I didn't have the mindset until, I mean, the first meeting was Charles. We were talking about it, and everyone who knows me, I'm a very strong-willed person. And he made me cry because he made me realize stuff. I guess with my call, I had an epiphany sitting there talking to him.
Sure. And what was that epiphany? Tell people at home.
That I always knew I was a stress eater and a closet eater, but I would say something, he'd come back at me, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I really need to change things. So that's when I finally, we sat and talked, and he said, do you want to sign up? And I'm like, yeah.
Ultimately, the key I always tell people, including Cindy, was that if you want things to be different, then you're going to have to be different. And we all come up with a whole script, a story, an attitude about why things are the way they are. And what you realize when you face the truth is that with that truth, you have power. Because when you say to yourself, if I tell someone you have to be responsible, that doesn't sound too appealing. But when I say you can take charge of your life, it has an entirely different meaning. And so what you want to understand is that the actions you're taking result in habits. Those habits then become your character, and that character determines your destiny. So if you start at the cause, at the very root source, that is the actions you're taking, we just had to make some very subtle changes to what she was doing. She was doing a lot of good things. She had a lot of the right foods in her plan, just at the wrong times. She was trying to be active, but she just wasn't doing it congruently with her food plan. And then having that third leg of what I always call the three-legged stool, the mindset in place, where everything was working together toward that outcome, having those compelling goals that she set, she was on the path to achieving it in a very quick way.
And you had another challenge because your husband owns a restaurant.
Yes, he does.
An Italian and Greek restaurant. So, I mean,
yes, he does.
How hard is that for you?
Well, because of the support and everything, it wasn't that hard. I mean, they eat their pizza, pasta, and I eat my grilled chicken and green beans. So,
It's just a new way of life for you.
It was a totally new way of life because I grew up with, I mean, my grandmother had, she was a major cook, and she was fried foods, and she had a restaurant. So it's
and a lot of butter.
And butter and grease and all that. Well, now it's grilled, not fried. It's steamed, not, so it's everything is prepared differently, but I'm eating the same foods. I'm eating food. I'm not taking no pills. I'm not doing, I get up in the morning, 5 o'clock every morning, get on the treadmill. That's my choice. He gave me the choice of doing it morning or evening. I'm better at doing it 5 in the morning when nobody's around, everybody's still sleeping.
Right?
Right. That's my time. That's my time. So
you learned a lot. I mean, you learned about, how to, kind of what foods to eat, but then you also learned about yourself.
Yes. It was a major awakening for myself also.
Awesome. What an inspiration. Thanks to this guy right here. If you would like Charles's help, visit charlesdangelo.com or call 314-495-3228. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You look awesome.
Thank you.
Well, it makes people uncomfortable, but what rights do women have? We'll talk breastfeeding next.